Everyone, welcome back to Quicks14Blog. Quicks14 here, coming back to you for a WoW vlog with some WoW action. This is a long time coming. Sorry, it's been a bit. Things have been busy, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's talk Eye of Eternity because that's what we're looking at here. We went back in there. Well, we've downed Eye of Eternity before. Of course, I wasn't part of that raid. That was one of our other raid leaders, and we haven't been in there for a while, so I figured it's about time to get in there. I know myself and a few others who missed the first time around wanted the achievement for, of course, Wastes of Northrend. So we're looking at actually the very beginning when we first started the raid, and us attacking Malygos here. Malygos isn't too difficult. He's a 3-phase fight essentially. The first phase here is what you're seeing. You only need one tank, probably 2 in 25 man, but in 10 man you only really need one tank. You're going to be looking at he's going to be tanked pretty much kited outside the ring there. Everyone else, especially the healers, can stand in the middle. In fact, the healers should, so they're within easy range of wherever the tank is at. These power sparks are going to come from different star areas around here, and basically you need DPS to pretty much kill them before they reach Malygos, because if they reach Malygos, they're going to buff him. Every time they do that with his damage, he does more damage. But if they're destroyed, as you can see, there's this like AoE on the ground that the DPS could actually stand in and be able to do better DPS. This is essential for the 6-minute achievement in order to bring Malygos down. Now, Malygos does have a timer, and it is 10 minutes, so it's pretty important to try and get him down as quickly. We're in phase 2 now. Malygos flies away. Ads come out on these boards. There's a couple of melee and 10-man, and about 4 or 5 ranged, just kind of floating around the platform. What happens here is you're going to have your tank or tanks take care of the ones on the ground, melee. Go ahead and they should be your top priority for DPS, to DPS them down. Once they're down, they're going to leave their boards behind that your melee DPS can go ahead and hop on and go up to and attack the ranged ones. Also, any extra platforms that fall onto as well from the ranged ones, your ranged DPS can actually grab onto. The good news is once you're in range, you don't have to worry about any of this AoE that's going on here on the ground, and that's why we're in these like anti-magic shells that you see Death Knights usually bring up. He's going to shoot some of these down from time to time. You pretty much need to get in the center of it. It's going to reduce magic damage that's done to you considerably, but you're still going to have to do some healing here. A lot of raid healing. Make sure you're coordinated fairly well. Someone needs to coordinate when to switch bubbles and when to go to it. They do shrink over time, so it's a good idea to keep an eye on it. Deep breath. His deep breath that he does is pretty nasty, and if you're not in one of those shells, you will die unless you're floating around outside of its area. So healers, please be careful, because sometimes you can get caught by a lone, because he is firing on the group as well as doing this this constant AoE. Once that's done, the platform's actually going to break, and you're going to fall onto dragons, and it becomes a mount fight. The rest of this is pretty much a mount fight. Not too akin to Oculus, but not quite as bad. The mount here is pretty much the same as the Dailie that you'll find around the Nexus that you can get a hold of after you do all the Nexus related quests that lead up to the quest that you get for the Nexus. There's actually a Dailie that you get around level 80. It's the same exact mount with one minor exception. I think the fire shield is not there or something of that nature. But otherwise, that's pretty much what you're looking at. Now, I was having real difficulty here. I don't know if it's because of my X-Pearl or what, of trying to figure out how this healing shit works. Pardon my language. I just could not figure it out. I don't know if it was bugged for me or what. I tried everything. So I don't know if it's a problem with X-Pearl or just something I was totally missing or what. So I kind of let it go, and we decided that in the near the end that I would go ahead and just DPS instead of heals, and let my wife do it because she had done it before, and I would go ahead and just do DPS. Really, it doesn't matter. You should have at least 2 people healing. Basically, how it works on the mounts is you press certain key combinations, and I'll get to that in a minute. in order to build up combo points, and then you can use the higher ones in order to use those combo points. Again, on phase 1 here, that was the wipe, one of the mini wipes. This is the actual barely clear, as you'll see. And power sparks are pretty important. They will spawn from north, south, east, and west. I believe in 25 man they spawn from all 8 directions, not just 4. You can kind of see a sparkling star there in the background. That's basically where they're going to spawn from. When he does his spin vortex thing, it's very important. When he does that, all the sparks will pause wherever they're at. They won't move anymore while he's doing that. It's very important that the vortex, though, is not completely encumbering. Heals can bring out HOTS. You can also do dots DPS, so make sure you focus on that as well. Keep dotting Malagos if you can. But you can definitely do heals during this as long as they're HOTS. Anything instant will work pretty much just fine. Not very uncommon from other ones. As you can see here, once you have killed him, now if you kill them all in one area, and this is kind of the basic idea of doing the 6-minute thing, you want to try to stack all your killed sparks in one spot, because they will actually stack on top of each other, and if you do that, you can actually do really, really massive damage. Important note, when he's transitioning between phase 1 and 2, he has a little spiel of talking you can do. Don't stop DPSing. Have your range keep DPSing him, because he will still take damage before he flies out of range. This could be very, very important leading into phase 3. Again, phase 2 is just about coordination, getting your melee focused and your ranged DPS focused on those melee targets and getting them down as quickly as possible. Once that's done, you really got to focus on those ranged DPS, and they have to come down fairly quickly, so get as many as you can. Ranged DPS will sometimes be in range of these guys, sometimes they won't, but it's good to try and get them in range as much as possible. If not, they can always grab any platforms that fall on the ground when the melee DPS kill the ranged, that they can use to get up there and help out. The quicker you kill those ranged DPS, the more time you're going to have to deal with him in phase 3. Phase 2 always ends as soon as all the ads are dead. It's that simple. You can kind of see the pattern here. I was pretty much coordinating when people move. It's easy to follow a tree. I kind of stand out. If you do get hit by those, it will knock you back. Don't let it catch you by surprise. Just move it. Phase 3, like I said, this time, instead of me trying to deal with healing, I decided to do DPS. DPS is pretty simple. You're going to target the boss. Everyone is going to follow a certain person. And at the beginning, as soon as it breaks and you hop on those mounts, you're going to do a /follow in the name of whoever you're following. What's going to happen here, he has a few things. The spark is the most important. Basically, whoever's in charge of moving needs to move away from that spark. If your eyes get focused on you, Fire Shield is going to come in handy. But basically, your DPS does this. You do 1 about 5 times until you have all 5 combo points, and then you hit number 2, which is your big attack. And you just rinse and repeat over and over. If you get your eyes on you, like some of the other ones do, you can do your Fire Shield, which is a number, I believe 5. Number 5 is your Fire Shield. You can use that to help protect you. It only lasts as long as how many combo points you have. So the more combo points you have, the longer it will last and protect you. As you can see here, I didn't have it very long, and I did take some damage, but I did get some heals. Somebody did get some heals off. As you can see, I'm trying to move us around from the sparks. If you get anywhere near a spark, or you see it's too close, get away. Just get away. If you can do that, and the rest of your raid is on you on follow properly, you'll be just fine. Heals, according to what I understand, it's supposed to work as 3-3-3. You just target whoever you want to heal, whether it's yourself or somebody else. It ain't supposed to matter. And then once you have enough combo points there, you can do an AoE heal, which is number 4, and that does an actual AoE heal. Yeah, I got knocked down right there. And he was enraged, but we got him down anyway while he was enraged, like last minute. It was so close, I wasn't sure if we were going to make it, especially as soon as I died. He had enraged, but we managed to finish him off. Not many survivors, just a few, but it was enough to kill him. And we got him down. That's Malagos, that's EOE. Some pretty nice loot here. Basically, there's going to be like a little orb here, right underneath Alexstrasza. This little red orb here is your actual loot carriers. Nice gold he drops, of course, gets split up. We actually had a BOE and a BOP, some nice armor and everything like that. So really, really good. It was great to get him down, get those achievements, and of course, most importantly, get our Northern Wastes. Usually this is what you're going to be missing if you need that achievement. So doing AoE is pretty standard, and there are groups from time to time, but not as often as there used to be, so it can be kind of difficult. Well, that's all I got right now for you guys. Thanks for watching as always. Sorry this took so long to get to. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll have more as soon as possible, so please rate, comment, and of course if you like to keep a track of when they do come up, please subscribe. Thank you so much for your continued support. Until next time, everyone.